Spartans! What is your profession?
See, old friend, I brought more soldiers than you did.
Yo, 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 yo! Gather around the arena, let's get it. We back with another episode. We're back with another episode. Let's go. We in the building. My apologies for the noise in the background. I am on watch duty for my brother. Letting that be known now. So you definitely gonna hit my dog being a pain in the ass. But shout out to everybody that's gonna come through and watch this stream right now or after the fact when it becomes a recording. And on top of that, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell icon so you get notified every time we upload and or go live. And on top of that, go ahead and follow our links in the description down below. Show that support, show that love. We truly appreciate everybody on Facebook and YouTube. Thank you guys. So we got in the building, Slasher, your boy. And in the building, we got Insane Quotes. In the building, we got Roy T. Rodriguez. We back with another one. And on top of that, unfortunately, we are missing Lil Don Status. But Lil Don Status is working, so it is what it is. The show will go on. On top of that, those that are watching right now, don't forget to go ahead and just follow this 2-second clip real quick before we get into the topic. The title of this stream. All right, and we back with Mr. Sweetest Fish here. So we're back with another one. And today's topic, those that are watching, if you have read the topic of the video, we're going to be talking about the disturbing news and occurrences currently with vacationing and what's been going on with a couple of news that have popped up with, unfortunately, 2 young women that were brutally raped and drugged. On top of that, of course, it's Miami. So that just makes it any better, right? You know what I mean? Why not? Miami? Let's just do it. Fuck it. Vanilla mocha's the world. That's what half of them think. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, we're going to get into it, though. We're going to talk. We're going to figure out our opinions and talk about what we feel happened with the situation and what should have happened. And on top of that, we'll play a couple, 2 news clips so you guys can see what we're talking about as well. Sorry, I had to yell at my dog. But yeah, we're gonna get into it. So yeah, so far, guys, what I'll do is so that way we can you know kind of see what we're talking about. I'll actually go ahead and just play the news clip right now, so we could go ahead and see what they're talking about here. What they talking about, mate? What are they talking about, mate? This is one of the alleged
for a Bucks County woman. Police say she died after being drugged and raped. Action News reporter Annie McCormick spoke with some of those who knew the victim, and she's live in Richboro with reaction tonight. Annie.
Yeah, and Rick, the victim, Christine Engelhardt, grew up here in Richboro. Today, we talked to family and friends who are still trying to figure out how this happened. Investigators are still piecing together the case, but they do believe that she made contact with the 2 suspects at a restaurant.
She was the person you brought in that made everything, lit up the whole room, you know? Her laugh was like the most contagious laugh.
Family and friends of 24-year-old Christine Engelhardt reeling over the news that she died after she was drugged, raped, and robbed last Thursday in her hotel room during a trip to South Beach, Florida.
This is the last person I would think anything like this would ever happen to, you know? And it breaks your heart when you know it's a genuinely good person who would do anything for anybody. To think like that they went through what they went through is just, it's sickening. It's sick.
A judge ordered no bond for the 2 suspects, 21-year-old Evoir Collier and 24-year-old Dorian Taylor. Investigators are trying to determine if a green pill the pair allegedly supplied Engelhardt was the cause of her death.
Couldn't even pick up a phone to call the police or 911 after they did whatever they did to her.
I had sex with her multiple times. And once she was unconscious or out, it remained inside the unit, did not call for assistance or help, and began to take all her items, cell phone, credit cards, and cash.
Engelhardt graduated from Council Rock High School North and worked as a manager at Jules Thin Crust Pizza in Newtown. Her mother told Action News her daughter traveled to Florida alone. Friends began a GoFundMe for the family and hoped to honor Engelhardt, who loved life, running, and animals, while they try to learn how this could happen.
We're looking for pieces too. We just don't understand what had happened.
And Rick, the suspects face charges including burglary with battery, credit card fraud, and also sexual battery. Now, if the medical examiner does make a determination that that drug allegedly given to her played a role in her death, they could get their charges upgraded to manslaughter or murder. For now, reporting live in Richboro, Annie McCormick, Channel 6 Action News. Rick.
Your mic's muted. This so was mine. I didn't know.
That's I was saying that's crazy.
Right. So see, they said two. That guy said those were the two I showed you. One is in the thumbnail, and then the other one we just watched a video on. Those were the two. Those were the two that had. Do you guys like this better or this better? No, never mind. Scratch that. So those were the two victims that got raped, brutally raped and drugged. And apparently, obviously, they didn't kill them by beating them. They killed them by giving them that pill they were just talking about. They gave them a pill, and then they ended up dying because of it. See, did you notice though?
No, I was gonna say how many pills did they give her?
They said one in the news clip.
One pill?
Yeah, they said apparently one green pill was given to them, and that's what happened. Copy.
It had amphetamine in it. It was like poison. It wasn't an actual
poison pill.
Yeah, it wasn't a perk. It had shit in it.
No,
so it's like a drug type shit.
Like a real drug, yeah. Instead of it being like
I think it was more of a I think it was like a rat pellet, like one of those rat poison pills and shit. I think it was one of those made as a fucking
That's OD.
Yeah.
So basically, like they said in there, it was that they were, partying or whatever. Obviously, it had to be, and then they ended up giving it to them, and then boom. Apparently, they had sex with both of them multiple times, and next thing you know, they became unconscious, and then they died because of it. And if you noticed, if you were watching the clip, did you see when they were repeating what they did and everything, and then they're going down the list and everything? You saw their face, especially the first one that looked like he was wearing a bat catcher's fucking shit on. Like what the fuck was that about? I don't know what that was for.
It's a bulletproof vest, so nobody shoot them in the chest. They give only certain people that if they on high alert.
That's ridiculous. Like, did you see both of their faces when they were saying it? Like they didn't know what they were doing. Like they looked they tried to look confused. So as they're repeating what their charges were and what they did you see his face? Like I'm about to pull it back up because his eyes went from to like the face like what? Like what are they even saying? Like they're lying.
Like they just add extra shit onto my case.
Exactly. Like that's what it definitely like looked like when they were repeating everything. So with that, like the fact that they were repeating it is obviously they supposed to, but then the fact that they made the face because of it, it kind of goes to show what who do they remember if they actually did what they did, or is it not true? Do they remember?
Oh, they remember. And
it has to be.
I think they did. Like, they know it's true what they're doing. I think just some of the charges might not even be everything that they're supposed to be getting charged, but because of the color of their skin, they're gonna get whatever. If it was a white person on the same charge and shit, they're not gonna get on the chopping block just like that. And that's not even trying to be racist. That's just the truth.
Yeah. And I feel like that's to me is crazy because you could tell from the looks on their face that something either wasn't right, or they're trying to play it off like most motherfuckers would, and like, oh, like what? That didn't happen. The fuck? That's a lie. Like type shit. And at the end of the day, it's like you still raped and drugged somebody just so you could get a nut off or whatever the case is. If that was the case, why couldn't? It's Miami. You mean to tell me you couldn't find no one else out there? It's Miami. You could have found anybody, anywhere. The amount of females out there, huh?
They were like young dudes too, right?
Yeah, they were young, and so was the chicks. Like, it just doesn't add up to me. But that obviously don't add up to me because that's not something I would do. But at the end of the day, it's just stupid because, again, you're in Miami, you're having a good time. There's mad people out there, mad females. So you choose to drug and have to rape someone.
All right, so let me ask you, do you think it's her fault because of what happened? or you think it's their fault because of what happened?
I feel like obviously they haven't mentioned what she was doing or had recording of what she was doing. But if she was out there being hot ass, shaking ass, not caring, doing all this extra shit, and go ahead and then hold on. I think if she's out, like I was saying, if she was out there just shaking ass, being a hot ass too, on top of it, and just not caring, then at the end of the day, she kind of set up herself in a way for it to happen. Because if she knows she went out there one by herself, you're dumb for that. I'm sorry, rest in peace, but you dumb for going out there by yourself, especially if you probably don't know about Miami or where you going and shit. You should have never gone by yourself. Like, for real talk. Like, what, you know what I mean?
Question:
What?
Was the two dudes from Miami, or did they follow her?
I think they were on
Nah, they
spring break
flew.
too or
Nah,
whatever.
yeah, they
Like,
flew out
they
there.
were on like vacation. Same shit as
They
the other
flew.
two.
They flew out there.
Yeah, I think
For
they were from
vacation.
like.
All of them are like different spots, I guess, from
I
what they
think they're
were
from
saying.
the
Yeah,
city.
cause
I think they're from Manhattan.
I'm not. If I'm not mistaken, I think I don't know if I heard it correctly on the video that they met her before in the restaurant.
I mean, I don't mind playing it again, just to
Yeah,
hear
play
because
it again.
I
'Cause
don't
I
I don't
think I
know.
heard that
Let me see.
because it sounded fishy. Like they met her in the restaurant and probably found out where she was going.
And vacationing in South Beach for spring break, now charged with drugging and raping a woman who later died in a hotel. Police are arresting Dorian Taylor and Evia Collier, both from North Carolina. Detectives obtained surveillance video
They
showing
both from North Carolina.
Albion Hotel with a 24-year-old woman from Pennsylvania and later leaving without her before she was found dead on Thursday. Investigators now are trying to determine if...
Wait, hold on. Rewind. That's too much. Sorry.
Hotel with a 24-year-old detectives. Police are arresting Dorian Taylor and Evia Collier, both from North Carolina. Detectives obtained surveillance video showing them entering the Albion Hotel with a 24-year-old woman from Pennsylvania and later leaving without her before she was found dead on Thursday. Investigators now are trying to determine if she died of an overdose from a pill that the men gave her. If that is determined to be the case, the suspects could face a manslaughter or murder charge. They're also accused of stealing her credit cards and using them in several locations across Miami Beach.
We didn't watch that video.
Hold on, is this the one?
Well, I didn't see that
Yeah.
video. This
This
is
is
a
the one.
totally
Yeah.
different video.
Hold on. Wait. I have both tabs open with both news. That's why. Hold on.
Copy. Oh,
should
shit.
I play?
What is there? Wheel of Fortune?
Nah, I don't know if you win. I think it's just winning tickets.
Devastating.
Wheel of Fortune.
For a Bucks County woman, police say she
That's
died
lit.
after being drugged and raped.
Arcadia.
Andy McCormick spoke with some of those
And
who
it's
knew
open.
the victim, and she's live in Richboro with reaction.
I would sure hope so.
Annie.
Get some tickets.
Yeah, and Rick, the victim, Christine Engelhardt, grew up here in Richboro. Today, we talked to family and friends who are still trying to figure out how this happened. Investigators are still piecing together the case, but they do believe that she made contact with the two suspects at a restaurant.
She was the person you brought in that made everything, lit up the whole room.
She made contact with the suspects
I
at a
report.
restaurant.
Right, stop it.
Yeah.
Stop it. Apparently, they met up in a restaurant. So this is premeditated.
Well, did she say meet up or meet
She was
at?
targeted.
Did she say meet up
It
or
was
meet at?
premeditated. No, there was a meetup.
That she made contact with the two suspects. Still piecing together the case, but they do believe that she made contact with the two suspects at a restaurant.
So that means she
made
met
contact.
them. She made contact, meaning she met them there at the restaurant. So that means
it was premeditated.
That means either she made the initiative to go over to them, or they made the initiative to go over to her, and talk and shit. Okay, so now we got that. Let's see what else they said.
She was the person you brought in that made everything, lit up the whole room. Her laugh was like the most contagious laugh.
Family and friends of
Laugh.
24-year-old
She's definitely from
Christine
BA.
are reeling over the news that she died after she was drugged, raped, and robbed last Thursday in her hotel room during a trip to South Beach, Florida.
This is the last person I would think anything like this would ever happen to, you know, and it breaks your heart. I mean,
First of all, I want to go ahead and say, if this is her best friend, why the fuck did her best friend not go with her?
Her best friend should have told her not even to take it.
Like, this don't make sense. If that's your best friend and you want to be talking about all this shit, why didn't you just go?
You gotta
or tell her not
you gotta
to,
think
exactly.
about it. Certain females. I'm not trying to justify. We're not trying. Let's disclaimer. We're not trying to justify what these guys did to this female, to this woman.
Mm-hmm.
Not at all. We're far from that.
Yeah, we know
We're
that's
just
wrong what they
saying
did.
that. We're just saying that certain females like to take trips by themselves. Some of them like to take trips with their friends. Some of them like to take trips by themselves. So apparently she was one of those females that like taking trips by herself. Because if that was the case, her friend would have went with her.
Right.
The more the merrier, then the more safe you be.
And but what's funny is if that was the case, do you think she would have said it? Like, oh, I feel guilty for not going with her. She didn't ask me, or she did ask me. She didn't say any of that. She's just simply saying she was the light of the room. Like, okay, but can you like also give us detail? Like, what happened? Did she invite you? Did you not? You couldn't go because of something? Like, you know what I mean? Type shit.
I don't think she did invite her, and I don't know if that is that even.
She wanted the two black guys for herself.
Is it what? Is she what?
Is that her friend?
I'm assuming. I don't think it's a sibling.
Well, her friend's alive while her other friend is dead. So at the end of the day, hey, I don't know. Where was she in the mix? That's what I gotta know. Where was your best friend this whole time?
Wasn't there two girls?
Yeah, but these are two different girls, though. They're from
one of them.
They did do the same thing to the two. They did the same dudes did the same thing to both girls, but both girls don't know each other. They're from different areas.
Okay,
but they did the same thing to both girls.
Yeah, this girl here in front of you is just one of the girls' friends.
This is everything was premeditated, bro.
Obviously, they knew what they were going to do. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
they did it to two, not just one, two. So that means they knew what they were going to do and exactly what their goal was. And they did it. And they achieved, which is sad.
They achieved or failed because they got locked up.
It's so sad. It's like, yo, but who the I don't get why men at that want to sit down with their friends and be like, yo, we're going to go to Miami. They from North Carolina. Like, are you fucking kidding me? We're going to go to Miami.
That sounds like me.
We're gonna try to find a girl, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna drug them and we're gonna rape them, and we're gonna not try to get caught. And if we get caught, we're fucked. And
definitely not my plan, but the first one to have a good time.
This is all set up because y'all meet each other. She met up with them in a restaurant prior, before everything happened. They were probably trying. They're probably trying to get make her feel comfortable and everything, trying to make her like, oh, we're friendly and everything and all that, and then bang, that's do what they had to do. That's when they put the drink, they put the shit in her drink or whatever. She looked like she's fainting or drunk or whatever, and they help her up. I'm like, oh, yeah, she's drunk. Let's help her to our hotel room.
Yeah. Like that's a head buster for me. It's like
that's
you
extra
you must be so sad, you know what I mean, to have to go the extra mile. And like I was saying earlier while you were trying to rejoin, is the fact that these dudes had to choose those two girls to rape when there's a million different girls out there in Miami. Did they really need to rape someone? Like, what the fuck is the point of that? Did you really need to rape someone? That shit is so stupid, bro. Out of all girls in Miami,
they have no common sense, bro, at all.
It obviously don't seem that way because remember, like I'm gonna play it again in a little bit, but what you can see on their face, they look dumbfounded with them even being read back their shit. Like to me, it just is. They look like they don't know what they did, but they know what they did. You know what I mean? They're like, oh, but did I do something wrong? Type of face. That's what I'm getting a vibe. Like, yo, did I do something wrong? I don't think I did something wrong. Like that's what I feel like the vibe is when they were telling them. Like, look.
And you know, it's a genuinely good person who would do
Yeah, I
anything
saw it in
for
their face
anybody.
too.
To think like that they went through what they went through, it's the
allegedly supplied Englehart was the cause of her death.
Couldn't even pick up a phone to call the
Look.
police or 911 after they did whatever they did to her.
Had sex with her multiple times.
See?
And once she was unconscious or out, it remained inside the unit, did not call for assistance or help, and began to take all her items, cell phone, credit cards.
Yeah, he took the way he tilted his head.
Englehart graduated from Council
Like
Rock
what?
He's looking on the side like, what?
Did I do something wrong? Because I don't think I did. Now the other one looks scared shitless right now. That's what he definitely looked like. He definitely looks like he said shitless. That's why he's like, oh.
At this point, you being sentenced, so you better be scared about what they're about to give you. Hey, I'll be scared too.
Of course we wouldn't. Fucking jail for a hot minute, and then you charged with murder degree and all this shit, rape and what was it, burglary and some other shit they getting charged with. Like what? Yeah.
But the thing is, they're being charged the way they're supposed to be because burglary is what happened. You basically robbed the girl, you kidnapped the girl, you drugged the girl. It's all, like you said, it's all premeditated. So it's definitely it's a target. So at the same time, they are getting exactly what they deserve on every count.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know why he has a shocked face. Like, oh, I didn't do that. Like,
But
yes, you did.
that's what I'm saying. The first one's trying to act like he's still tough and cool, even while sitting at the fucking judge's stand. Like, are you dumb?
That's what everybody gonna do at the end of the day.
They're gonna catch his ass in jail. Watch, they're gonna catch his ass for real. Especially when they ask you what you in for.
At the end of the day, you know what you did, so you got in trouble for it for a reason. You know what I mean? Like so. And now you gotta sit there, act all tough, even though you're about to be fingered at jail. I don't want to say like a bunch of people
being convicted for everything. That's mad counts though. But they find out that the pill was the cause. That's even manslaughter right there.
It's murder right there.
Yeah, it's manslaughter. Especially they said they overdosed, so that means they would just give it to them like, "Yo, knock him back." Either they were putting it in liquor, maybe, and they was like,
or just dropping it in the cup.
Back, you know what I'm saying?
Dropped it right in the cup.
Like motherfuckers is dumb, bro. See shit like that, and on top of that, people get mad like, "Oh, well, why is it that one female was black and one was white? What that got to do with anything?" They're just regular.
That's when it becomes like a race thing. That's when it becomes like more of a race thing, and that's not where it was falling into.
When it comes to stuff like that, they always put the race card.
Of course, and it's dumb.
That goes back to the video that we seen on TikTok of that dude.
With the kids that were raped by that guy.
Yeah. That he's talking about that two black guys raped what was that 16-year-old, two white children.
Yeah.
And they were black, and then he tried to put the race card, but like, oh, if they were white though, it would have been a big scene, blah 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 blah. But like, what are you talking about? Like, you dead ass gonna use the race card? And you a military man. Then he had a military outfit.
I think he was in the military. The guy with the video.
Bro. You need to have more common sense than that shit. The fuck is wrong with you?
People like that only comes with the sense to where they were brought up, raised wrong. They were raised to believe like whites and blacks might be something against you. Like, so some people, there are blacks out there who has family members that tells their kids, don't mess with a white person because they're just not good. Just like a white family will tell them about black people. But at the end of the day, that's based on him getting older and him still not viewing or seeing the sides of being dark skinned or anything. He's a light skinned dude who will never ever see the side of being black. So because of the fact that he thinks he's being treated a certain way because he's a light skinned dude, just imagine if he was dark.
Yeah. See, but that again, like the race is such a major thing that it clouds. It's like a cloud in certain people's heads and eyes. They don't want to see. They really don't want to fully see it for what it is. You know what I'm saying? It has nothing to do with race. It has to do with the big situation, the big picture. Somebody was raped. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, they was like, oh, they were trying to say, oh, why did they choose one black girl and one white girl? What they got to do with anything? At the end of the day, it's still two young females that got raped and drugged and died because of it. It got no reason to do with race. It got no reason to do with color. None of that. And then you want to complain about they're getting what justice is supposed to do. That's justice. They took them in. They're doing what they have to do. They're going to jail. They're telling them everything, but yet they still trying to act cool. Well, one of them, the other one just looks like he's ready to shit bricks. But you know what I mean? That's what justice is supposed to be. Now, people want to get mad when it's like, oh, if it were a white dude, everybody would be like, yo, fuck that guy. He deserves it. He could go to jail. Well, it don't make sense. Like, just because if it were white or black, it's the same thing. You're still getting sentenced for something you did, which is absolutely horrible.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, if it was, I don't agree that it should be like that. You know, rape is rape, regardless of color.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
it don't matter how you put it; it's the same shit.
Yeah, exactly. It's the same shit. No matter if the person was white or black, it doesn't matter. The race card should never have been played like that. It's based on your evidence that you have at the crime scene, and they got plenty of evidence, as you can see in the video that we was watching previously, that all the accounts of everything they did to the ladies.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and footage.
It would have been the same. It would have been the same way if it was a white person.
Let me ask you. I was about to ask you that. Let me ask you if the outcome would be the same if it was two light skinned boys doing this to a black girl. Would the outcome still be the same for those two boys? I don't think so. Not in court.
I feel like it would be worse because now it's a black girl that got raped by a white guy, and with everything going on, I feel like for some reason it would have been a whole huge thing again. But this time, because a black girl was raped by two white men, so now it's going to be a huge deal more than what it is now.
I think it would have been. I think it would have been even more worse if they got if it was that situation, right? But they got bonds,
right? And they were able.
They got bonds for bail,
and
they were able to get out. See, these two black guys, they didn't have bonds.
No, they stacking they stacking their shit up for their sentence.
Yeah, they stacking everything up. So I could see where people would be mad if it was the other way around and they didn't, get the same treatment.
Yeah.
Because it happens. It happens plenty of times in cases like that. Justice is never served, and it's unfair. How a person that rapes somebody gets a lesser charge. A white person, mind you, not trying to play a race card. I'm just trying to give you an example. A white person shoots somebody, gets a lesser charge, right? A black person rapes the person and gets a higher charge and sentence than the person that shot somebody.
Exactly.
Cold
Especially if they ended up robbing them something, right? They end up robbing something, and then they go ahead and they obviously get caught. They go to jail, and they're charged with first degree burglary, which is just light work, right? And you're like, oh, we'll probably estimate that your sentence could be about a couple of months in jail, but then they end up still getting bonded out because it's just burglary. No one got hurt. What? But if it were a black guy that did it, or black female at that, because some females do it as well. If they were to do it, then either way, their shit would have been stacked and in sentence. Nah, you ain't getting out. You ain't getting no bail, none of that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Most people do get it, but then majority of the time, the shit we see, because they catch it, is people getting treated as if they're nothing.
I just find it fucked up that the court system goes by color more than actual evidence and justice. If the crime, you should get sentenced to that fits the crime. Whatever crime you did, should be equal to the sentence that you're supposed to get, not less because of your color. It doesn't work like that. It's not, but it's always been like that in the justice system for years, and they still to this day they're still trying to fight it. You got majority of people, like maybe a handful, that actually won their cases or whatever, or got sentenced fairly. You know, that shit is crazy. They really need to fix that. They need to fix that.
They ain't gonna fix that shit. No, not for us and not for anybody else, man. Only
Of course,
people.
I'm just saying,
man. The system is fucked up, man. It's super fucked up.
Yeah, they're not gonna fix it. They're not gonna fix it. But I'm saying they have to. They need to fix it.
Yeah.
I know they're not gonna fix it.
Imagine a world if they did fix it. That's funny because we can't.
We the people need to try to do something, and like, because we have more power than we know, and the government's scared of that.
See, but at the end of the day, even when people try, like, there's only so much you can do. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, when it comes to that, people can only do it for so long, but nobody sticks it out for long enough, because then after that, eventually after all of that, what happens? They end up dying off. That's why the government don't get all rowdy and mad unless it's like really, really a lot of people. Then they send out the troops, they send out all the rioters and all this bullshit.
Because they set up things to divide us.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? That's why people keep falling off and not being consistent with the thing, because they send people to spy and then just to sabotage things. Like the black the MLB, Black Lives Matter movement.
Yeah.
Right? When the whole riot things, they were sending cops.
Yeah.
They were sending cops to certain areas, or not even dressed up in uniform, just regular clothes with a mask on, taking bricks and breaking windows, and then blaming it on the ghetto people, like the Spanish people, the black people in those neighborhoods. You feel me? And they're the ones that started it.
See,
it's
a domino effect in anything.
We've been divided at one point.
To that, you know what I'm saying? It's like if one person goes, way beyond our time, we've been divided, no matter what.
Yeah,
and
we've
it's
been
like
divided.
It's like a domino part. You know what I'm saying? If one person does it, the other's gonna do it.
Yeah, facts.
It's just one after the other, like a domino effect.
And then it got worse because you got certain people, light skin, who are actually trying to put shit in their head or fuck up the thing by saying, "Oh, Arabics did this when they bombed us," blah blah blah. So now it makes everybody be against Arabics.
They want to point fingers.
Anything about on Asians. Asians started the corona. You know what I mean? Like, it's always a reason to blame somebody. It's always been divided, but at the same time, we got sometimes where it just looks united.
Right.
Or it feels united, but it's really not. Or you needed somebody to give you a reason to be like, well, the Spanish people do this, so we shouldn't fuck with them.
Yeah, everything is a stereotypical thing, and that's never gonna change no matter what, bro. Like, never, ever. Stereotypes and everything will never change, no matter who it is, none of that. It don't fucking matter, because people already have a mindset. People are already set on whatever they were raised to, like, whatever the fucking case is. It is never gonna change. When it comes to Arabics, when it comes to black, when it comes to white, when it comes to Asian, when it comes to fucking whatever color, race you are, there's always going to be a stereotype, and there's always going to be racism towards it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it at the end of the day, we wish that it could stop, but we just need to live with the fact that the only thing we could possibly do is live with the fact that if we try to make it better, at least we could try to make it better, but it's never going to fully go away, ever. Because some people are already grown folks that's how they grew up. That's all they know. You can't change that person.
Yeah, that's their mindset.
It's too late.
Exactly.
It's already embedded in their brain.
They're already molded into that, to the certain point where you can't change their mind for nothing. And it's sad though. It's kind of sad because that type of person growing up with that mentality, raising other kids to think like that, and then dumb raising their kids to think like that, and then the cycle continues, and the cycle continues. So you have at least one person in that branch in the family tree to break the cycle. It's never gonna
Then
change.
they're gonna hate them. They're gonna hate them. They're gonna disband them, or disown them
Yeah,
as
they're gonna.
their child,
Yep.
nephew, whatever the case is, family member, because that person actually grew a
Facts.
brain that it makes sense. You know, they're not mean to nobody. They
Yep.
don't want to be racist. They don't want to fight. They don't want to do the stereotypes. They don't want to do any of that. They want to live life, not worry about any of that. But then, of course, they're gonna have to and grow up with the bullshit with their family, talking about we hate you. You're not allowed to do that. You need to do this. You need to look at this person this type of way. You need to say this about this person. You need to do this. You need to not like black men. You need to not like Muslims. You need to not do this. Like people like that will always be around somewhere, somehow. That's never gonna change. But you know, it has gotten a little better. Yes, it has. But at the end of the day, it also got worse at the same time. So it's a 50-50 with both. Because it's depending on where you're at, depending on who you're around, it got a little better. Depending in the area you're at too. You know what I'm saying? Everything just adds up completely. Miami obviously has been off the hook lately with a lot of people going on vacation out there. And it's dangerous because there's a lot going on. People getting hurt, people obviously dying. And it's right now we haven't heard of any dude that has passed away over there. So far, 2 women. Why can't there be news of someone else? It got to be 2 females.
It's usually females that are targeted when they're going on vacation. You know, especially if they're going by themselves. Of course, you're gonna be targeted. You know,
for real.
And with guys, if like say if something were to happen to a guy during a vacation, it's probably because he got shot or he was getting robbed or something for his jewelry or money, and they shot him.
Yeah.
You know, that's the only way you're gonna see a person that you heard a man died in Florida or any other place where he went to go on vacation. Majority of the time it's always a female that's either getting raped, beaten or killed, you know, or kidnapped. Just for the hell of it. Because people are sick.
People
sick in the head.
Yeah, to find them more target than it would be a guy, if you think about it. You can grab a female.
No, yeah, that's what I was saying.
Man, unless you got the man weak or really, really weak or at a disadvantage, then that's a whole different story. But then again, when do you ever hear, yo, I just kidnapped this guy? You probably hear like,
but that's what I was saying too. I was like, every time vacation comes, it's always a story that comes out some way, somehow about a female getting raped or just dying. One or the other. And it's never anything about a dude. I feel like if it were a dude, am I wrong for what I'm about to say? I don't know, but this is a disclaimer. I ain't got nothing against none of the gay people out there. But what do you think? Don't make me laugh. Fuck y'all. Don't look at me like that. Do you think if this story of, say, 2 gay guys went and grabbed another dude and drugged and raped him, do you think this would be a major news spread? Do you think at that point then everything on the news would blow up? The whole LGBT community just coming out, fuck you, fuck you. Like,
no, yeah.
It's like, bro, it don't make sense.
Well, it depends. Like, if
it
wait, who's doing the raping or who's doing the kidnapping? The gay one or
the 2 gay guys taking another dude that they wanted and raping him and drugging him and then dying
same way? But then the LGBTQ whatever is definitely gonna step into it for sure.
Because then now all of a sudden they're gonna be mad at them. Yo, of course you're gonna have them people. Yo, F that F word, because I'm not gonna say it because then people want to get butthurt. No pun intended. But yeah, they're gonna call him, yo, F that F dude. You know what I'm saying? They not deserved none of that. They not deserve to be called this. They not deserve to be here because God is not supposed to allow people to be gay, this and that. Then this is when religion comes into it. Because then you will have those people that are like, oh, God in the Bible is not. You're not supposed to be gay. You're supposed to like women. You're supposed to have sex with women. You're supposed to produce other children with women. If you're gay, God
That's
does
the
not
thing I
like
don't.
you. These people gotta
That's the
bring
thing I don't
in this
understand.
thing
Ain't nothing in the Bible says that.
at all.
Ain't nothing in the Bible says that.
It just says that
You got
you know
people.
normally you would have obviously a man and a woman, but at the end of the day, it doesn't say anything about if you decide to be gay and like others, it's a sin. From what I've
Yeah,
heard and what I've
facts.
seen, I haven't seen or heard anything that has to do with that at
You
all.
know what I don't understand though? For example, what I don't understand is that how can people say this? All right, that's a sin. If you do this, that's a sin. Regardless of how you put it, we was already born sin from sin.
I'm listening. Yeah.
We was born from sin.
How you think?
Jesus died for our Jesus died for our sins.
Mm-hmm.
They have sex to make us. That's sin.
But they probably repented
And
themselves.
you're supposed to wait. You're supposed to wait to get married to have sex and everything. Like
Mm-hmm.
that shit I don't understand either. Like, all right, oh, I'm saving myself for marriage.
I'm
You know, to have
celibate. I'm celibate.
I'm celibate. I'm saving myself for marriage. And then when you get married with that person, you got sex, and the sex is whack ass shit.
Sucks. And then you want to cheat now and go to someone else without being married. But now you're cheating on your spouse while being married. That's a sin.
Stop.
Fuck all that.
You
You know, you married and you go do that with somebody else
What
because
happened?
the husband's sex wasn't good. So you go and cheat on him with somebody else while you're married with him. And then what? What? That's against the Bible?
That's a straight cheat.
Fuck. That's against the Bible?
It is against the Bible because that's
You gonna put them on a stake with it? You're gonna burn them? Like
Listen,
at the end of the day, people gonna do what they're gonna do.
That should make no sense to me at
I
all, bro.
don't understand how people could just say they're celibate or whatever they want to be, and then when they have sex, it's the same shit as before. It's not gonna change if you did it the first time or the second time. You know what I mean? That's just gonna be the same type of sex, my nigga. Like, so I don't understand. It doesn't feel better just by waiting. Understand? It's not gonna change just by.
I want to say this to those that are out there that have or may have friends that said this. If your friend or you personally say that you're celibate, and then you decide to wait a month or two, maybe a couple of weeks, then you have sex again. Listen, you weren't celibate at all. Celibate is not waiting 2 months, 3 weeks of not having no sex to then go and have sex, and then you want to talk about, oh, I'm gonna just go celibate.
Celibate is being celibate is not having sex at all.
For years.
You quit.
Years.
Being a virgin forever is a true celibate.
That's a fact.
Never touched the penis, never looked at penis, never touched pussy, nothing.
Exactly.
That's celibate.
No. And if a dude decides to go celibate or she decides to go celibate, you, like I said, you better not say you celibate and you talking about you celibate for 2-3 weeks and you failed. Get the fuck out of here. Nah.
I would say the nuns are celibate.
Lost your virginity.
That's a lie too, though, because some of these nuns, they got caught having sex.
What's a lie is a priest.
That too, the Pope. I'm put the name out there. Fuck it. Apparently the Pope,
and you know what I'm talking
is liking
about.
Instagram pictures of models on Instagram. They said the Pope is liking Instagram pictures of females on Instagram. If that's the case, you call yourself holy? You ain't holy. You trying to fuck a holy? You trying to get the holy? Like, come on, man.
Let me bless you with this dick.
Like,
let me put this holy cock on your chest and give you life.
My child.
Life.
My child.
Like, drink the sperm of youth. Drink the sperm of youth and be young forever.
Stupid. You're so stupid. But at the end of the day, in some way, shape, or form, I do feel like the Pope, is has something to do with religion, okay. But if a Pope is either a priest or a pope, if you thinking about touching a young lady, or even have, honestly, I don't know how it works with a priest. If a priest is able to have a wife and then be able to do something, I don't really know.
They're not even listen. They're not even worrying about touching girls and stuff. They're too busy touching little boys. They need to stop that shit.
That too,
right?
Word.
I'm like, I want you to get on your knees and give me 12-5 Hail Mary.
Stupid. He's dumb as fuck, son. I swear.
Oh my god.
You're gonna have to do a real prayer after that one. But
listen, I don't need to pray. The people that became priests that made that oath need to pray.
That's a fact.
Because they ain't going to heaven.
No,
they ain't going to
hell. They're gonna continue doing what they do in the past time. That's it. I think your hat fell out the window. Did you see that? It looked like the hat fell out the window.
Yeah.
Check behind you, Steven. The hat looked like it went out the window. If your back window was open, I don't know. But the hat definitely just flew back. But honestly, to think of things like that, people don't want to mention that either. Whether it's a nun being aggressive and extra abusive to certain kids, or a priest touching little boys, because people don't believe these nuns nuns are supposed to be all happy and loving. Yeah, these nuns was whipping ass as a kid.
Speaking of that, what's weird to me? All right, it's bad, right? It's definitely bad. This is the worst thing you could ever do, is fucking be a priest and touch a young boy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you, a nun touches a boy, maybe at a decent age, it's still considered bad. But it's like that situation with this the teacher and the student in school.
The college student or the high school student?
Either one, the high school or the college student.
I feel like in high school, if you got left back and you were at least 19, maybe 20, and you were in high school, which is first of all sad. Second of all, if you at that age when you fucking teach, I mean, I don't really see that as rape because you're at the full age now. But college, especially,
if I was,
you grown woman in college.
If that was me, I'll be the most happiest motherfucker.
Facts.
I'll be the most happy, bro. Like, I had sex with my teacher. I'm getting straight A.
Facts.
Talking about.
But you can't brag to your friends because then they'll end up saying something, and it comes out.
But then that's when I'll be like, you
get in trouble.
Bitch.
They get in trouble.
But like, they're gonna tell because they're not getting nothing.
Facts. Hey, why you mad? Because you ain't getting no teacher punani, huh?
Like, you mad because you're not getting no teacher pussy?
Teacher pussy.
Teacher
pussy. I'd definitely be happy to fucking teacher, but it's different in college too, huh?
Yeah.
My fault. I was on the phone.
You good? I was like, it's different when it comes to college though too. Like I find it like, okay, if a teacher, like I said, if she's way above age and it happens, it happens. I don't know why they make a huge deal out of a teacher doing that. Unless the teacher's like 50 years old and, they going and doing that with a young girl, then I kind of see because it's kind of weird. But if the girl prefers it, if she wanted to, then you can't get mad. You can't say nothing. Because some chick
she consented to it. If she consented to it and she's trying to pass her class and then she feels like this is the only way to pass, that's her choice. She made that choice, but you got to live with the consequences after that.
Facts. He's definitely gonna get fired after that. Maybe not fired, but
yeah, of course.
Did I say definitely? Did I say fired twice? I meant to say. What was it? I meant to say not jail time. Not jail time, but he could get fired and get the fuck out of there. He ain't never coming back. And then probably never have a teacher's job again with that being said too.
No, that's a fact. And because the tables could turn, she could be like, oh, he raped me.
That's true.
she could use it against him and be like, oh, either you pass me or I'll tell everybody that you raped me.
You know what? And that's
since she's
another
a
thing
female,
we're going to talk about too is why these female what possesses
Fucking blackmail,
these
man.
females? Yeah, like what possesses you females out there to literally have sex with someone that you gave the okay to completely, you enjoyed it, but then when something goes sideways, you want to complain and say, I was raped. Like,
those
come
are the
on.
psycho chicks.
You definitely have issues. Like, come on.
I don't think any girl in their right mind would do something like that. There's always one that's sick in the head.
Yeah.
Like she's obsessed. You understand? Like obsessed in a way where if you had a rabbit, she's gonna kill it and boil it, and when you get home, you're having rabbit stew for dinner.
I mean, it was wrong with that though. If she country,
crazy.
then she used to it. She used to hunting.
No, I mean, I will find that normal because I know this is a country girl, but if this is a city girl, they don't know shit about that.
Oh yeah, no. If she just want to kill just because, then yeah, I mean,
she just want to kill shit just to leave it there. And no,
if that's the case, that motherfucker better run. He better run. He better not waste his time.
Listen,
He better
I'm
run.
I'm not messing with no crazy chicks because I ain't trying to sleep with one, and then I wake up and I find my dick on my hand.
Now you find your dick out the window in the bushes. Now the cops gotta find
try
it.
to sew
And it's sold back on when you get to the hospital.
The fucking psycho is trying to touch your dick and cut it off.
She'll cut my dick off and try to sew it back on backwards.
Yeah, like that story where she cut his dick right off with the knife and put it in the bush, and the cops had to find it. And she was happy about it. She went on every talk show. Yeah, I did it. I definitely did it. He got me fucked up. And people like, you go, girl. You go, girl. They're like, you go, girl, and he still got his dick sewed back on, and it still works apparently. Which I don't know how that worked.
I would have chopped her head off and went to jail, nigga. I would have chopped her head off.
Took the manhood.
I would have cut her pussy lips. I would have cut her pussy lips.
But you're gonna be like off the top, a little bit off the top. Like, yo,
I'll cut her clitoris,
you know what,
so she'll never get an orgasm.
Thinking of that though, since we heard some females cutting dudes' penises off, right? Now, what if a dude were to actually cut a female's pussy lips off? What would they get the same news and headline as a motherfucking bitch that cut a dude's dick off? This bitch cheated on me, so I cut her lips.
I think so.
And I ain't talking about the real lips.
I think so. Because you never heard of a story like that. So that story's gonna blow up.
You're gonna be in history.
I would love to hear a story like that.
Motherfuckers gonna be like, he cut that bitch's pussy lips off, son.
I didn't cut that bitch. I cut her open from her pussy to her ass like if she was pregnant.
Yo, like motherfucker is in that case that's manslaughter. I feel like because now you really trying to just fucking Mortal Kombat that bitch.
How about
pussy lips out is still manslaughter.
I mean, if somebody
what about if you have a chick, right, and she got implants,
mm-hmm. What you
and then you cut it out?
You gonna pop the titty? Pop. You get to
pop the
pop it.
You cheating on me, bitch. Pop. Pop. Cheating on me, bitch. I pay for them titties.
And then
I pay for them titties.
And next thing you know, it's just like at that point now you're gonna have to take her to the hospital because when you stab her too, she's gonna catch an infection on her titties. At that point, you're gonna be like, "Fuck, now I gotta take her to the hospital."
Fuck, I tell her, blink, motherfucker.
Blink, motherfucker. Bing. Yo, oh
blink,
man.
Fucker.
See, these are very good questions that I would like to hear other people say, and not just trying to joke around because most motherfuckers would comment joking around like, I would definitely cut that bitch's pussy lips off if she cheated on me. I don't give a fuck. That would be like, I want a genuine answer from someone like, yo, if you were cheated on by your girl, would you be that psycho to cut a pussy a chick's pussy lips off, or even the clit. You know, pull back and just pull back and take a little
You're
sizzle.
never gonna have an orgasm in your life, bitch. But,
Huh?
I didn't hear what Sing said.
Nah, he was joking.
nah,
He said that he was saying a joke about what I said, which was I want to hear a real answer of somebody if their girl cheated on them, would they cut the pussy lips off of that bitch or cut the clit like as a penis and then be like, bitch, you want to cheat on me again?
Nowadays, I don't think people are going to the extent of like trying to cut people in that way. It's more of like they're gonna fuck up your gear now. Now I see females cutting niggas sneaker laces, like putting a knife through it, all that stuff. Like just because they cheated and shit like that.
That's definitely facts, and these are the loquitas, man. They're the loquitas out there talking about you want to play games. I'm gonna bleach everything you got, motherfucker.
I think more of like cutting the weenus off and all that.
It's fucking. It's just. It don't make sense. But yo, I gotta attend to this little one. But this is an hour and our topic for the podcast is Steven froze. Oh no, he's moving. There you go. Somewhat. It's like laggy a little bit. We definitely meet the end of this podcast. I do gotta unfortunately dip. I gotta go handle a little man. But shout out to everybody that's gonna rewatch this after it's done and actually go ahead and watch it. If you're watching it, don't forget to go ahead and comment. Let us know what you think, what your topic. I mean, not what your topic, but what your thought process was, or what you thought, or maybe something you wanted to say, or whatever the case is. Let us know in the comments down below. Also, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Also, hit that bell icon so you get notified when we upload or go live. On top of that, if you're rewatching this, click this little video. If you make it to the end, it'll take you to the recent video we just did, a recent episode. And if you're also new or still watching, click that little profile picture right down there in the bottom right corner of your screen. It'll take you directly to our profile, and you can subscribe to it also. And on top of that, go ahead, follow our links in the description down below. Show us support, show us love. And on top of that, don't forget, support. Follow us on follow us on Facebook, subscribe
follow
on
us on
YouTube.
Subscribe. Don't forget to follow us on
Follow us on Facebook, subscribe on YouTube.
Subscribe.
We appreciate you guys and stay safe out there. If you're going on vacation, on top of that, and you're going by yourself, I guarantee
with a group.
Go with somebody. Go with a group. Or go with one person that's a big body. You know what I mean? Don't be dumb. Sure. Like, I understand you want to go out by yourself, you don't want to deal with nobody, yada yada yada, or you may not want to spend your money on someone. If you're planning on going out somewhere with somebody, please bring a group of people, or at least bring somebody with you that you know can back you up just in case. Be safe out there on vacation. Things are crazy. People don't care. Be safe. We truly appreciate everybody. Remember, again, major topic of what we're saying is bring somebody with you on vacation. Do not go by yourself because you're going to get hurt. I don't give a fuck. Bring somebody with you, please. Stop bringing death on yourself. Bring somebody with you on vacation. Don't be that person. Anyway, we appreciate it, everybody. Go ahead, drop those likes, subscribe, show us that support, and we'll see you guys in the next episode. We appreciate everybody. Have a great weekend. Stay safe, and we out.